Who's gonna
Trash.
suck? Denny Hamlin. End it now. I'm gonna just back myself up. Denny Hamlin.
I'm gonna agree with you. I think Denny Hamlin just does not hit it right. There's always that one race that he just decides, you know what? I haven't spun in 28 races. Let's just do it now.
Welcome to episode 13 of the NASCAR Hotspot podcast. I'm your host, Troy, joined by Caden and Chris. And if you listen to the intro like 20 seconds ago, you hear that Caden and Chris called that Denny would start choking the playoffs. He was already pretty much choking the playoffs away, but if there's any time to choke the playoffs, it's now, and they predicted it. So speaking of playoffs, we're going to talk about the playoffs. We're going to talk about the interesting weekend, very controversial weekend in Kansas, along with a lot of silly season news that has come out very recently. And we'll start out. So how is everyone doing?
I'm good. I mean, it sounds like you need to catch your breath after not breathing right there at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
You like ran through that so fast.
Want to hear a funny story? Has
Sure,
nothing
take your time.
related to
Yeah.
it. You literally asked how. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
you asked
yeah,
how
I
we were
did.
doing. You asked how we were doing. You're gonna let the
I didn't
man
ask
talk.
for story time. I asked for like, I'm
No,
doing good.
it's like 30 seconds. Okay, so like my
One,
auto shop teacher
two.
messed up. Okay, my auto shop teacher messed up my mark, right? And he messed it up so bad, he gave me a 62 in auto shop. Yeah, I know, right? And then I got like a 75. I don't know how he messed that up. I'm just
All
too
right,
good.
so we're gonna start this off with silly season news. We're gonna go in the middle of the truck race. Where Haley
Like 40
Deegan made
laps
her,
in.
where Haley Deegan made her truck debut. While she's debuting in the trucks, the news is broken that she will be running full times in the truck series for DGR Crosley Racing in 2021.
I don't want to like jump to conclusions, but listening to her radio throughout the race, I this is an extremely good move for her. So
Extremely good.
yeah, she was. They were. I was listening in on it, and she straight up said, "This is the most fun she's having this year, and this is way better than ARCA."
Says that till she starts wrecking out every week.
And still, the fact that she said that like blatantly over the radio, I was just like, "Are you?"
Dude, these announcement times for announcements are just
Oh my
weird.
God,
I
they're
remember Ross
terrible.
Chastain got announced at like 8:30 in the morning.
It was like 8:30, and then what was announced? There's something that was announced at like 9.
Denny Hamlin and Michael
Denny
Jordan,
Hamlin and
like
Michael
literally right
Jordan.
before we recorded that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? What else do we want to?
All right, wait. So, Haley Deegan, I mentioned that like I felt like she was kind of rushed going up there, but now I think about it, she was pretty much wasting her time. I know she's really young, but you're still wasting her time in ARCA. I'd rather her get 2 to 3 seasons in trucks and get experience there than run another season. Only if it's only one season in ARCA, I feel like just a waste. Because even though we didn't see her full potential in ARCA, it was holding her back since there's like no competition at all.
Yeah,
And I see someone like Ty Gibbs kind of going through this similar route. Not like the Ford route, of course, but a similar route where he's definitely shown himself off in ARCA. He'll do one full-time season and off the trucks.
yeah. I mean, Haley Deegan, I wouldn't say she was rushed because she wasn't really rushed because she definitely has talent. I'd say out of almost all the female NASCAR drivers, I'd say she's probably the one who has the most talent. I would say even very early on in her career. I think I don't expect her to get a win next season. It'd be cool, but I don't expect it. I think playoffs would be nice, but like sitting like top 14 in points, it would be my expectations.
I could see her running that like 14ish spot. I don't
Yeah,
know
like
about
14,
playoffs. She
15.
might be that 2 or 3 spots outside when it comes to it. But I mean, she has a lot of raw talent, like you said. Definitely a lot of that can help when it comes to trying to see what can be done throughout races. But no, this is a great move for her and for DGR because that's going to be a lot of funding from Monster and Ford on top of what they already get from Ford. So it's good for everyone.
This is good for the sport too. I mean, the only other female NASCAR driver is Angela Rudge, and we all know she's just
There's
up.
Jennifer Jo Cobb and Natalie Decker.
Yeah, there's Jennifer Jo Cobb too, but
Yeah.
Natalie Decker.
Yeah, Natalie Decker. Yeah,
But like, I think Hailie Deegan is easily the most marketable one. I mean, NASCAR has already hyped her up so much, and we even heard during the broadcast, all they would talk about was, "Wow, Hailie Deegan, 16th. Wow." I mean, it was impressive. Don't get me wrong, but they shoved it down her throat just a little bit. She did. It was impressive. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But couldn't they just a little bit cool it on it?
I know in that final green flag pit cycle, she was up to 6th, I think, before she ended up pitting. So
she was higher, I think.
She might have been 4th, but yeah, still
I
impressive.
couldn't watch the truck race.
I was listening to it. Honestly,
I couldn't watch the truck or cup.
So pretty much simply, Hailie will return to 11 car in 2021. In the Xfinity Series, of course, for Carling Racing, and that's not much of a surprise, even though everyone got trolled on social media over it. Thanks, AJ. But
maybe
speaking
we didn't,
of AJ Allmendinger, of AJ Allmendinger, there is a pretty good chance and a pretty big chance that he will be in the 10 car for Carling Racing in 2021. Not confirmed, but Easter egg in the announcement video that was posted on Carling Racing social media. So,
I mean, it's a good move for Hailie to come back for another year to keep that train rolling for him. He's not going to have Briscoe to worry about next year. There's going to be a lot of guys that are going to be trying to go win 6, 7, 8 races next year.
Who's in next season? We got still Brandon Jones. He was announced. Oh yeah, I forgot that was announced.
Harrison Burton, Noah Gragson.
Gregson.
All guys still going to be there.
All guys old. How old is he?
He's like 35.
Oh, that's not old. Never mind.
Yeah. So he's a lot younger than he appears.
Yeah.
But who else will be there?
Not Chastain. Hailie. Cindric. We got.
Yeah, Cindric obviously.
Herbst. If he's going to 98, which is
hopefully not. RPM finally has a driver.
Yes, Virgin Premier Sports got a driver, and we can't say.
Go ahead.
No, you're the Jones fan. Say it. Announce it.
He should not be going to the 48. He should be going to that 88. I think he's better than Larson. That's biased. I think he is better than Larson. He was. I mean, this season kind of threw a wrench into everybody's plan, but I think he definitely deserved that 88. I mean, if I'm being honest, I think he'll make the playoffs.
Okay.
I mean, Bubba Wallace was like 21st in points.
The only part of that statement that I'm going to slightly agree with was the last part that you made about playoffs. Everything besides that, I'm going to completely disagree with you on.
No.
Yeah, I have no idea what that's going to do for them. I think that's going to end up bad for both parties, and it's just going to hurt Jones' career.
Well, I think it will hurt Jones' career, but I think
they're not going to have the funding.
Yeah. Did all the sponsors go to Bubba?
Probably. I mean, they haven't been announced, but I would think.
Yeah.
Most of them announced deals with him and not the team.
Yeah, that's the thing. Which I think Jones deserves kind of a Suarez chance to be put in a second top ride. And I think Jones was, I wouldn't say miles better than Suarez, but I think Jones was a decent bit better than Suarez. I think we all knew that. So, I mean, I think do I see him going to a top tier ride anytime soon? No. Is Joe Gibbs going to be available? No. I mean, look who they have lined up. They have Brandon Jones and Harrison Burton, which is Denny Hamlin and Truex. Once they retire, them two are probably getting in unless some miracle happens. And then only maybe next best bet would be maybe.
I'm
And
fine.
I want to say Jones could go to the 1 after Kurt Busch retires because it sounds like he might retire next season. I think it was that he said he's a 50-50 chance of coming back. But then I'm scared of Justin Haley getting that because Chastain going to the 42. That would scare me.
I just hopped on Twitter. I saw this guy retweet a post he made in 2014, and it was a predicted chase grid for 2020.
Oh my
No.
god!
And
Let's
oh
hear
my
this. No, let's
God.
hear this. Dude, does it have the drivers and their numbers?
No, just drivers.
Okay.
Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Ben Rhodes, Cole Custer, Bubba Wallace. I don't know who this is. Cameron Haley.
What? No, you gotta be kidding me.
Brandon Jones, Mason
Brandon-
Mitchell, Ty
But who?
Dillon,
What?
Ty Dillon, Austin Dillon, Dylan Kwasniewski, Dylan Lupton, Tyler Reddick, Justin Boston.
Bro,
What do you
half
think
of those
every-
people
So they're
didn't even.
one. They're
half
What do you
of
one,
think
those
two,
people
every?
even
What do you
have
think
rides
every
by
veteran was going to retire in the next 2 years?
So he's got 4 of them right.
Blaney, Dillon, Custer, and Chase.
Mm.
Bro, half of those guys haven't even been in Cup or have
Boston,
lost literally every
Kwasniewski,
single ride.
Mitchell, Haley's out of the sport, and then Reddick Jones missed it. Larson got suspended. Bubba missed it. Ty missed it, and Lupton's not in Cup, and Jones is not in Cup. Brandon Jones.
Not true.
What the fuck?
All right. I'm sorry, that was way off topic, but that was just crazy.
Oh, that was actually like pretty
What?
good.
No. What do you think? Every
It's not
driver is
off
going to
topic.
retire in 4 years? Wait, when was that made? 2014.
2014.
Yeah, that's only 6. Well, I mean, I guess 5 years technically.
So Kyle Busch just make the chase in 2020, and he says, I guess this was more like a 2016 of the best up and coming drivers because obviously the veterans would still make it. So he kind of like
What
based it
veterans
off
were
of,
in
like,
there?
Yeah, so he probably he mostly based it off like the up and comers of like who would make it. I guess I don't freaking know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 16. All right. We were talking about Jones to 43.
Yeah.
Are we done with
Finishing
that?
Is over.
All right. So surprise. Briscoe is going to
Briscoe. I didn't know. I didn't know he was.
Yeah,
Briscoe's
so
going to
much
the
surprise.
14.
He was my
Yeah.
last guess.
Yeah, we're mind
Came
blown.
out of nowhere.
Mind
Yeah.
blown. Briscoe to the 14 in 2021, replacing Clint
Genuinely
Boyer.
thought it was going to be Riley Herbst.
All right, and on that note,
So
Thanks for tuning
what
in.
are your expectations for Briscoe this
Playoffs.
season?
playoffs.
Actually, no. I can't say playoffs. Because if you really think about, okay, I've kind of been wanting to talk about this for a while. If you've been thinking about the Cup competition next year, you got your drivers who are probably going to be a lock unless something like they just don't have like an average season for them. You got
mean,
like Hamlin.
6 road courses in a dirt race.
Yeah, basically. You got Harvick, you got Hamlin, and then you got like other Gibbs cars like Truex, Elliott. Well, not Gibbs cars, but like top tier drivers like Truex, Elliott, Keselowski, Logano, all them. But then I feel like 10th through 22nd is all a wild card. I mean, you got like younger drivers like Custer who won his way into the playoffs, but he wasn't bad this season.
He won't make it next year.
You don't know. I mean, you got Christopher Bell who's going into the 20, which I think he can win. He can probably win Bristol Dirt. I think it'll be between him and Larson.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying
Bowman. People kind of Bowman on dirt races though. Like he has
and Briscoe and Newman and there's Ricky Stenhouse and there's a couple guys.
Truex.
Yeah.
Nah,
this isn't gonna be like the Bell Larson show.
Oh no,
it's
it
not
won't
gonna
be
like
though.
the. It's not gonna be.
It will be. It will
I don't
be.
think it's
But
gonna
like,
be. I don't think it's gonna be like the Chili Bowl.
Like, think of all the drivers you have next season. You have Reddick and Dillon, who are both threats most of the season. You have Eric Jones, who could still be a threat next season, maybe to make the playoffs. Maybe he might be the closest one in, but he'll still be close.
Not that much of a hot take, kind of like a simmering take. Jones is going to be better than Bubba.
Oh, I think to show his talent, I think he has to either be close to making the playoffs or at least top 18, I would say. I think if he makes the playoffs, I would defend him even more that he deserves a top tier ride. I mean, he literally made the playoffs in RPM equipment.
If he can make the round of 12 in RPM equipment.
Okay, you telling him to beat out some big name drivers right there. Yeah. Let's slow down there, Buck.
Yeah, Dylan did it.
Dylan did do it. Like I'm saying, Cup competition next year from like 10th through 24th. I don't really think I can make predictions for that yet. I can't make predictions until the playoffs are about to start.
Based on our predictions, all three of our Final Fours are screwed now. None of us had Logano last week.
None of us had Logano.
I'd sneak in Blaney. It's been screwed. So today it was finally announced. I don't know why it took so long. I don't know why it took a week for NASCAR to talk it over if Kyle Larson should be reinstated. But Kyle Larson is officially reinstated, and it will go into effect on January 1st, which means that pretty much you can't run any NASCAR races for the rest of the year. But that means 2020 and the future is wide open. And yeah, so the biggest option and the thing that he'll go to, the ride he'll probably go to.
No, he'll make the playoffs because he's going to win Bristol, but that'll be it.
No, he'll make the playoffs.
You're overrating him so much. I mean, I don't think he can win Bristol. He'll probably he's definitely the favorite to go in.
Do you realize any dirt car that he's been in this year, he's won? Anything on dirt,
he hasn't won 6 races this season. In dirt.
He's won everything on dirt this year.
Yeah, except those 6 races, which could be one of those races at Bristol.
Oh, damn, man. My mistake. He's hopped in a midget and won. He's hopped in a World of Outlaw and won. He's hopped in a late model and won.
But it wasn't a stock car.
Oh, my God. All right. So,
you make my brain hurt. I swear.
Same.
Yeah. Same. So the biggest option for him ride-wise is Hendrick Motorsports and the 88 that is rumored, and by rumored, Dale Jr. pretty much said it, that
so opens up the door for them to bring in whoever their next driver is that'll fill out the 88, which I think is switching over to number 5. That's at least what I've been hearing. I'm not a journalist and a newsbreaker, but we do hear rumors.
It's not just a rumor anymore, I don't think. Since Junior literally knows everyone at Hendrick Motorsports. So the 5 car is probably what Larson is going to. It's only a matter of time until they announce it, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's fine."
They can't announce it till next season, can they not?
No, they can announce it.
They can announce any time.
He just can't
sign the contract.
Yeah, he could sign it. He just can't run any races this year.
He can't do any races, yeah. Any NASCAR sanctioned races he can't do.
Oh, I thought it was he can't sign his contract until January 1st.
No, he could sign one tomorrow if he wanted to.
He's gonna sign one tomorrow, honestly.
Yeah, probably. Watch, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
That's gonna go in the intro, bro. Next week's intro, Katie be like, "Yo, it's gonna be signed tomorrow." Yeah. I was gonna show this the tweet Bob Pockris or something.
Each week, I make a different prediction. Yeah, see how many I got right.
But yeah, so no, this is gonna be. I mean, it'll be a great move overall for him, for the team. It's nice to see him back in the sport. I think he paid enough for his lack of situational awareness. He made a mistake, paid for it, more than paid for it. It'll be good to see him back because there's a lot of fans of his, and it'll just be good for the sport overall. I mean, I'm surprised by it.
Yeah, so it's a rumor that's kind of been on the down low, especially today since there's been a lot of things that's become official. But there's rumors that Corey LaJoie, which he announced months ago he won't be returned to the 32. That he'll be going to the second Spire car, in 2021. Just a rumor, but it's not off the table since there's limited amount of rides left at this point.
Which was weird. I don't know. Did the 32 did Go Fast give him the boot, or did he just leave?
He left.
He left. I don't know why. That's
I don't think there were much. Unless he clearly thought that he could get a top tier. I don't know why he left. To be honest,
I think he left hoping that he'd get at least a JTG
a Wood
ride.
Brothers. Yeah, maybe that.
Not Wood Brothers, but JTG.
Yeah,
because he wanted to get into the Hendrick pipeline somehow. And I want to say long term, if he's there long term, this could be good for him because we know Spire actually wants to compete eventually. So if he could be there a few years, this could end up being good for him. Obviously, of course, if it happens. If not, who knows what's going to happen. But I know he's been saying on his podcast that he's had a couple of things lining up for him. And this could be it. But if he's there for a few years, if that's where he ends up going, maybe this could end up being good for him.
Yeah, I mean, if I was him, I would have. I mean, I guess he didn't really expect the 37 because has that been confirmed that it's shutting down?
no.
Or is that still a rumor?
Rumor.
I mean, I guess he didn't really expect that to maybe happen, which obviously he didn't.
Nah, they were close, but sponsorship didn't line up for him to be able to do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, he also said he was maybe doing some select part-time races with a better, what was it, Xfinity team? Isn't that what he said? So, like, maybe, I doubt this, maybe Joe Gibbs, I think maybe the more likely option is, what's it? Colleague. Yeah, Colleague. Just because they were Chevrolet.
Yeah,
and if they go to Spire.
You can go to 98. That's not off the table, I don't think. Since
Ford. You know what? I didn't even. But isn't it Herbst supposed to go to 98?
I'm pretty sure that if no, I think we would have known if LaJoy was going there or not because of the alliance that Go Fast had with Stuart Haas.
Yeah, they would have announced it today. I feel like they would have announced news. Corey LaJoy takes over 98 as Chase Briscoe moves up to Cup to fill Clint Bowyer's ride. I mean, maybe they still do because do they really want Herbst in the 98?
I highly doubt. You know what? There's so much. He has so much money from his dad behind him.
I remember Tony Stewart being a drug addict either. So
yeah, it's about the same lines if you sign Riley Herbst.
I mean, yeah, he'd get a lot of money from that though. That is true.
Yeah, because Monster is sticking on him. I don't know why Monster.
There's so many other drivers.
This is like thinking Monster has Kurt Busch, Lewis Hamilton, Ty Gibbs, and then Riley Herbst of all drivers.
And Hailie Deegan.
They could literally pay for. They could pay for literally anyone in the lower. They could if they could afford.
Mick Jones.
Yeah, if they could afford Kurt Busch and Lewis Hamilton, all those people that they sponsor between all motorsports, there's no reason that they have so many other choices. I don't know who the heck is ahead of there, but there's something wrong when it comes to Xfinity.
Probably his dad.
Who? Herbst?
Herbst.
Oh, all his money comes from his dad.
Yeah.
It's all his
we know
sponsors.
That.
It's all of his sponsors. Literally all of them. It's ridiculous. It's honestly dumb.
This has no evidence to back me up, so don't quote me on it. But what if Moffitt is a good driver, and he has shown speed, and I forget what that team is called that he drives for.
Hatari.
Hatari. That's not Hatari.
Austin Hill.
That's Austin Hill.
Hattori.
I thought he drove for JD, was it not? Or is that Jeffrey Earnhardt?
Oh no, Austin Hill.
Austin Hill is the
Hattori.
Hattori, yeah.
Hattori Enterprises.
Well, anyways, what if Brett Moffitt goes to the 98? Maybe. just maybe. It's the longest shot of them all. Like, I don't see it happening, but like, I mean, he could eventually work his way up to Cup. I mean, how old is Moffitt? I feel like he can't be that old.
Late 20s. I think it's 26.
Yeah.
26.
Well,
He's
I mean, he'll be
26.
30 by the time Harvick retires. Because I mean, Harvick's only got a few. Yeah, I think Harvick's only got a few good years left. I think maybe
Harvick's
it's
gonna
3 or
keep
4.
driving until he's not winning anymore. Like,
Yeah, he already said it. Once I stop winning, I stop racing.
Yeah.
What GMS is Chevrolet, right?
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's just throw that out.
I think, okay, so has another thing, has a Nets contract been renewed?
No.
No.
I
no.
want him out so bad.
No, it's not.
I want him out so bad, bro.
Who's gonna take it?
Wearing
Moffitt.
Moffitt.
Yeah, I mean,
Moffitt or put Hemrick full time.
Hang
bro.
on. What about Ben Rhodes to the 98?
Nah, get out of here. Ben 1 kind of sucks. 2,
can't just say that on an NASCAR Hotspot podcast.
Okay, but you're the one that
I'm not planning on
asking
asking the guy, bro. I'm not planning on asking.
Matt Kraft into the 98.
Bro, he had his shot in Xfinity.
Yeah,
he was pretty good. He ran part time for RCR for like a year, and he was like top 10, I think.
What year?
2013, 14. He was in the 33.
Oh, I wasn't a fan back then. I mean, I was a fan. I just wasn't.
Oh, he ran 3 races. That doesn't count.
Yeah,
although,
thanks, Troy, for your fake info.
I bet he had like the contract
third, 10th, and
out there.
3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He did really good. Look, I think I remember he led a good amount of laps in one of his races, right? Am I correct? 8? Never mind. That's something. So like, he had his shot to go up into the higher series, and
he's way too old now.
Yeah, he's way too old now to where like.
If
someone gives him a shot,
I just think he didn't want to move up.
Yeah, I think he was content winning in trucks.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
I mean, we saw how Justin Allgaier did it. Justin Allgaier, he went to the Cup for, I forget, what was that one team? Was it H. Scott?
No, he originally was at Penske.
Was he?
Yeah.
What was the 51? Was the 51
that was
wasn't Penn?
That was H. Scott.
That was H. Scott.
Who's this?
No, that was that Phoenix?
Who's this?
I don't think
Allgaier.
Allgaier. It was H. Scott.
No, because H. Scott did the 15, which was Clint Boyer for that one.
Oh no,
Phoenix,
he never raced for Penske and Cup. He did like 3 years in Xfinity or Busch, whatever.
Yeah, I mean Allgaier, like Crafton, he just didn't. It's not that he wasn't doing it. I mean, he wasn't in a good team, obviously. But I mean, if you're winning in a if you're winning in a lower series and having more fun than running terrible in Cup, why keep running terrible in Cup when you can just have fun in Xfinity?
I'd rather be competitive in good equipment in a lower series than run 39th every week and on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly, and run my way up to if I somehow get an opportunity from someone, notice me winning every week.
Yeah.
So should we talk about the race?
Yeah, let's
I guess we can briefly go over them.
Let's go.
Which one do we want to get out of the way first? Do we want to go in order?
Let's just go in order. Before we go in order, though, ARCA. Quickly, ARCA wrapped up their season and
even won the championship.
What's his name? Brett
Holmes.
Single car family team.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Even though ARCA is like really bad these days, there was a good championship battle this year, a really good one. And Michael Self came in 8 points behind Brett Holmes in the final race. And if you don't follow ARCA, Michael Self is with a team called Venturini Motorsports, and they're pretty much like the Joe Gibbs Racing of ARCA. Even ARCA, Joe Gibbs Racing said ARCA. They're pretty much like the biggest team in ARCA, and it's hard to gut by them, but they were chasing down Brett Holmes, who it's a family team, limited full-time workers, and is just trying to just like run every race. And they came into the season not knowing if they could run every race, and they won the championship. So Brett Holmes won the championship for ARCA, and and one other thing. Actually, I don't know. Never mind. So I think it was pretty cool that there was a smaller team that just took out like the larger teams. I think that's really cool. It took out DGR Venturini, and it was a single car team, so they had nothing else to rely on but their car and everyone's knowledge and everything. So I think it's really cool. They gained a lot of respect on track, and I hope I hope the team either improves and goes to like trucks or something in the future if they pick up enough sponsors, or if they could run a couple more years in ARCA and build something on it. Or maybe Holmes can get an opportunity to in a bigger ride at like GMS.
He's
I wouldn't
younger
see
too.
Holmes. I wouldn't
He's
see
really
Holmes
young.
leaving his own family team.
Yeah, that's just slim thing. He's like
He's
18
only
or 19.
23.
23. I was not close. He's
He
23.
is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's only 23.
I don't know.
So
When I hear the name Brett Holmes, I just think of a middle-aged man.
okay, well he kind of looks like one. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. I don't watch ARCA.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't blame you either. I don't know why.
I don't think I can even. I don't even
This
think
year.
I can watch it. I watched one ARCA race in my whole entire life,
Which
and
one?
it was 2019 Pocono.
You watched the Pocono ARCA race, bro.
No, I only turned it on.
Was that the
literally
one
nothing.
that Herbst
I don't remember,
dominated
Troy.
and choked it to someone? I remember that.
Herbst would do that. He's terrible.
It sounds like a Herbst thing,
this,
you know.
This is the same night I got blocked by Natalie Decker on Instagram.
I got blocked by her for no reason. That's so stupid.
I remember just because of that one instance. I remember that whole entire night of like what I did that night. Like I missed most of the ARCA race. I remember watching the beginning. Herbst was leading and it dominated, and then I go out to dinner, and before I got to dinner, I commented, and it's racking up likes, and I get home after dinner, and I'm like, I checked to see how many likes I got, and it's not there, and I'm like Natalie Decker, and I got blocked. And then it turns out that Riley Herbst didn't win. I forget who he lost to, but yeah, he choked it.
Oh no, I remember what I commented. It was like on one of her posts. It's like, I think it was the night she got spun by the truck.
Oh,
I'm like, I commented like,
that was a good night. That was a good night.
All I commented was LOL dot, and I got blocked. God.
Oh, she's
Damn.
trash.
So actually, the truck race. We had to move into the truck race.
Race. All right, let's do this.
Only actually winner I like this weekend. No, I like Briscoe actually.
Sheldon Creed dominated the race and lost again.
At least he lost to Brett Moffitt.
Yeah, at least he lost to a teammate this time. You know. But yeah, 61 laps led, swept the stages.
Feels like he sweeps every single race.
He's won 6 out of the last 7 stages in Xfinity.
Probably one of them wasn't Talladega.
In trucks.
I don't know. I thought we were talking about Briscoe. I'm so sorry. I went on my phone. And I came back and you were talking about sweeping stages. So I'm like, Briscoe, he's done it a lot.
Okay.
Really said Briscoe.
Yeah, Sheldon Creed has swept a lot of stages. Yeah, so has Briscoe.
Yeah, we're totally
not even so as
right now.
Yeah, not even so as Briscoe.
It's
just so Briscoe.
Sheldon Creed has won a lot of stages lately. So how about that?
A lot. Like man's doesn't.
I feel like he's won like 40 stages this season.
He
wasn't even that good through the first half. He just got good in the summer.
He has 9 stage wins. He has more stage wins than top 5s.
Oh, that's kind of depressing.
Wow. Okay, that's because like in the third stage, or the final stage, he'll do something dumb.
1, 0.
That
Crafton
is
has
true.
0 stage wins. Wow.
Who?
Crafton.
Yeah.
I thought Ankrum has more stage wins than Crafton.
Yeah, I think Ankrum has 1 or 2. I know Gilliland has like 3, but
Yeah, so Creed has 9. Creed has 9. The closest to him is Brett Moffitt with 6.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
But speaking of Brett Moffitt,
Absolute
just went out
legend.
there and won that race.
Yeah, but it was not without a very controversial finish to it, kind of.
I I didn't feel like it was dirty, honestly. It was kind of racing for the win, and when you're racing for a win for a championship spot, it didn't look dirty and it didn't look intentional. I don't think Moffitt tried to wreck him, and he didn't even wreck him. Not Brett Moffitt, Zayden Smith saved that. He saved that really good. So I'm just glad Moffitt won. We all like Moffitt.
All my homies like Moffat. So
Already said that.
so coming down and like I was so excited because I thought this was gonna be like an historic finish because it was like Zane and Moffitt and they were like really close together truck wise and they were side by side. Not that it's gonna be
With the
like a
real
crazy
package.
fight to the finish, a real fight to the finish, and it kind of sucks that like it ended that way. You know, what was the thing I said this weekend? Besides
This
the package
weekend.
being bad.
The racing sucked like
Oh,
across all
all
three.
good things must
Probably
come
didn't.
to an end. That's what I said after IMSA. But that can be said for trucks too. That they were gonna have an amazing finish, but it was kind of like a racing thing. Of course, Brett did not want to wreck Zane on purpose. There was no way, and it was a really late block, but it was totally. I feel like it was totally understandable. He does not deserve any of the hate. I mean, if you're a Zane fan and like not that much a Brett fan, which I don't know if that exists, then I kind of get it. I kind of screwed him in points, but still, it was pretty much a racing deal. And
What is points for trucks?
I have it right here.
Zane's +7.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I memorized.
Where'd he
them.
finish? Did he finish top 10?
He got like
he
11th.
finished 11th.
Bro, I don't know
I
why
heard
I
Chris
memorized
say
this
it
stuff.
first.
So I think it's the only thing that like really like. Oh, so Ankrum, I know Ankrum was kind of like an easy out for this. He was not making the championship for, but
Yeah, we know.
he got involved in a crash. He had nowhere to go in the crash,
Hopefully
but
not.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, here comes the Ankrum excuses.
It's not even excuse
Come
nowhere
on,
to
Troy.
go, but
She'll just went around.
All right, so yes, that's the thing. Ankrum finished 34th, and he's in a must-win. I'm speaking facts over here.
Thinking facts.
But yeah, so we're just gonna point out some notables here. Timothy Peters in the 52.
That's right. He raced for him.
Yeah, he finished top 10, filling in for Stuart Friesen, who had another dirt race to attend to. And then
Absolute legend.
shout out, of course, to Haley Deegan. Truck Series first Truck Series start. She gets 16th, which
Pretty
is
sure the NBC
very
announcers shouted her out
Fox.
enough. Oh yeah,
Fox
sorry, I forget.
Trucks,
Oh, I'm
Yes,
pretty
I
sure
know,
NBC
Troy.
did it in the Xfinity race too, probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did. Pretty sure they even said it in Cup.
Yeah,
it's
I'm pretty sure.
it's very respectable though for her. So mad respect there.
Oh wow, I forgot Ryan Truex raced this weekend too.
Yes, so Ryan
Holy
Truex
crap.
had an amazing day. Not amazing. Amazing's way too far. But he had a great day. He was top 10 beginning the third stage. And then he fell back a little bit. And then on the final restart, he was fourth for like a quick second. And then he fell back again and he finished 12th. But like shout out to Ryan. And the thing is that like if he kept the truck clean and he didn't wreck it, then he would be able to race Texas this weekend. And he did. So he's gonna be racing this weekend in Texas. So good luck to
Both the
Ryan if you're watching
Truexes
this.
should go to Joe Gibbs.
Speaking of Nice, I know there was a lot of talks the past 2 days how a lot of those seats are going to be filled off of sponsorship coming in from those drivers. So I feel like we could see Bain be back because I feel like he could find sponsorship.
Yeah.
And
I
there's
mean, he
talks
could,
of him returning in general.
yeah.
Aside from sponsorship,
I
there's talks
think
of him
I
returning.
think he could have his coffee company sponsor, like, not the whole season, of course, but like a good amount of the races.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's a great choice for the team to put Trevor
Of
Bayne
course
in.
you do.
No, because Trevor
Wow, you're
Bayne,
just hating.
Trevor
What the
Bayne
hell?
has run.
What the hell?
He has run far
It's just
better
what I
than
do.
Ty Majeska has done the entire season. Trevor Bayne has been running borderline top 10, if not top 10. He's been
Majeski
like
literally got kicked
top
out of his
12.
ride.
If he didn't suck, but
Okay,
They should
okay.
put
So
they should
he's
put
not a
Ryan
cup
Truex
driver.
for one full year.
He's a stinking what's his name?
Trevor Bayne.
Yeah,
Truck.
he's a Trevor Bayne truck. Yeah.
You forgot the name of a truck.
He's
You forgot.
he's the Elliott Sadler of the modern day Elliott Sadler. He's not like cup material, but like he's like a lower than that material. Y'all are offended?
you could. I don't know if you're confused or what by what I just did,
No.
bro. I just made my eyebrow go like so far high up. I don't even know
Yeah.
how I just hit that. That was like next level. Yeah, yeah. Look at Caden's face.
Bro, Zach's playing Fortnite. You're
Idiot. Let's
gay.
play.
Get off Fortnite. Hey,
Oh,
anyways,
No,
there's
I
Fortnite.
always
Let's go
see
play
Zach
Fortnite.
doing
that pretty much wraps up. Oh wait, truck points. So pretty much, Brett Moffitt's locked in with the win. Sheldon Creed, he swept the stages, but like every single race the truck has done, he sweeps the stages, but like doesn't win. Wow, English. He's plus 26. He's pretty safe, but of course, don't slip up a lot, which I don't see him doing. Besides like slipping up wins, but like getting a lot of points, I think that's easy for him. Austin Hills plus 19. Again, don't slip up. Keep getting points. And then Zane Smith, he was like plus 20 while he was battling Brett Moffitt, but the spin and an 11th place finish put him down to plus 7 over cut line. And the guy behind him is Grant Imfinger, who had a quiet top 6 day the entire day, but not a truck that can compete for the win. He's minus 7 below the cut line. And then Matt Crafton, he's had a pretty mediocre playoffs. I don't know what we expected. But a pretty mediocre playoffs. He's minus 15. So that's point his way in with help, or pretty much must win. And then Ben Rhodes, what happened to Ben Rhodes? Did he just have a bad finish? Or did he wreck out?
No, he finished
He had a bad
20th. He was 3 laps down.
I
I'm not
forget
sure what happened to him. Oh, he was in the wreck that was like
Oh yeah, he was
halfway through, or like a third of the way through the race.
Yeah. So Ben Rhodes is 33 down. That's pretty much the must win. And Tyler Income is minus 56 after crashing out. And that's a must win.
To think I
Unless
had.
he sweeps the stages and wins Texas and Martinsville.
Well, yeah. If you win, you're a lock.
Yeah. That's true.
To,
Good point.
to think I had Eckes in my championship 4 and not Creed.
I'm pretty sure I had 3 GMS guys in my final 4.
I had
I
Smith.
forgot mine. I gotta look.
I had Smith, Moffitt, Hill, and Eckes. I don't know why I had Eckes, just for Toyota, I guess. Had to put one in there.
I had that
Oh no,
minus
Austin Hill,
Eckes.
Toyota.
Let's see. Can I even find it? Yeah, I had 3 GMS guys, and one of them's actually in the final 4 already.
Moffitt?
So
I think
yeah,
I had Moffitt in mine. I gotta look though. Yeah, pretty much wraps up the trucks.
That took way longer than necessary.
Yeah,
it really did.
The Xfinity race was dominated by Chase Briscoe, of course, but we had a lot of championship and outside the championship drama during the race. A lot of it. Chase Briscoe led 159 laps and won. swept the stages. But let's talk about lap 16, where on a restart, Ross Chastain, his over aggressive self, takes it 4 wide, and this puts the guys behind him in a really um. So I think Noah Gragson, he slipped up a little bit, and it took out him and Cindric. Cindric was able to continue with a lot of damage, but he met minimum pace speed or track speed or whatever. And then Noah looked good, like cosmetically, if that's a word, but mechanically the car was not good, and they could not fix the car in the 5 minutes crash lock that they had. So Noah Gragson got a last place finish, with hurt him really, really bad in the race, and also in a car that there was a shot he could have won. He might have had a car that could have fought with Briscoe the entire race, but if only didn't get it taken out that early.
We'll touch on it, in a couple of seconds. But Cindric is really fortunate for a certain wreck that happened later on in the race, because that was 2 more spots that he barely got. Looking at the stats.
So so we'll touch on it, but if he didn't, if the big crash, it'd be even. Wow.
How many is he? Is he only +2?
Yeah,
he's only +2.
Oh my god.
So we'll fast forward to that. So lap 174, we got a late race caution, and we all know restarts at Kansas are wild, and this was a really, really, really wild restart where I think there were like 5 wide, entering 1, and
Justin out.
and
Allgaier was on the apron.
Yeah,
full send.
Allgaier.
That's such a stupid move.
Yeah,
I don't care if you try to say, "Oh, it's not Allgaier's fault." Like, he was the one who caused the wreck. He literally could have lost all that track position and avoided that massive wreck, but no, he just decides, you know what? This guy will definitely let me in because we are totally not battling for track position.
I think so he said that entering 1 that he was starting to
I mean, even Allgaier admitted it, didn't he not?
Yeah,
Didn't he
Allgaier
say
said that he was trying to back out entering 1, but of course it was too late, or he didn't back out enough. Whatever the reasoning is, he caused it, and this was a big crash that took out Riley Herbst, and Anthony Alfredo, who got clipped into the wall and went over a couple times, I think, or whatever. He slid on his roof.
Yeah, he slid on
down
his
the
roof.
banking, and they had to wait and flip the car back over very gently. It was a kind of scary situation, but NBC was updating us that he was talking on the radio and stuff while they're flipping over. Good to know. But it sucks because he had a top 5 car easily.
I wouldn't say top 5. He had he had a really good car, but I would say top 7. I don't think he was top 5.
I just love how after the wreck he's like, I wish I would have landed on all 4 wheels because I would have tried to keep going.
You would have. And
didn't Brandon Jones also get damaged? Didn't Brandon Jones get clipped?
He got the least. It was so small. It was do you know where the back bumper and the quarter panel where they come together? That literally just got hit, and it was torn.
Yeah, that can screw your car aerodynamically.
Not really the Xfinity cars. Cup car, yeah, all day long. Xfinity cars,
yeah, they
really
take a beating and
yeah. Do you remember Darlington?
Oh my God.
Which Darlington?
All of them in the Xfinity series this year. The leaders were banging off of each other and banging off the wall.
Where Brandon Jones won.
Well, I'm talking about the one before that too.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Briscoe
where Chase Briscoe. Yeah.
Those cars were destroyed and still flying around the track. So yeah, those Xfinity cars can take a beating, but
It's Xfinity cars can flip, and that's still win. Still be
That
fine.
would be some stuff that would happen. Like Briscoe would do a complete barrel roll, land it, and then still win the race.
Yeah.
I think that's what
without
would be-
and they wouldn't even throw the caution. It'd be on like the final lap of Daytona, and someone would give him a push. Cindric would push him to the win,
yeah.
like Cars fashion.
He'd be like, "You got this."
Nah, Cindric would pass him.
I mean, probably. I mean, Briscoe's car would probably, internally be destroyed, but he thinks he can keep going. Like, it looks good from the outside. It ain't so good on the inside. You done? You done being on your phone there, bud? Because you just missed that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
missed that.
I had something fall. I think
I
it
was
was the
like-
Pringles can.
Yeah, I was twirling my Pringles can, and it like slipped off the side, and I tried to catch it. Trey, you don't laugh at that, but you laugh at your mom jokes. You should just stop.
Your
Don't
mom.
always laugh at it.
Um.
He even laughed at that. That's pretty sad.
So, I think is that all they really cover? We can go on to Xfinity
Yeah.
points.
I mean, yeah, we can really just cover the points now. Because it wasn't much of really anything going on.
It was a boring race.
It was. So Xfinity playoffs. So Chase Briscoe is locked. We knew it was going to happen, so he might as well just win, and he won.
Pretty sure he was locked by the first stage.
Yeah.
By the end of the first stage. I remember hearing that.
Justin Allgaier's plus 11. He still rebounded for I think a top 10 or something like that. So he's plus 11. None of the guys really above or below besides Briscoe, of course, is safe. So Brandon Jones is plus 9. His solid day got himself up there. And then Austin Cindric, his summer stretch, collecting all those points, all those wins, saved them a hell of a lot. After wrecking early and being many laps down at the finish, he's plus 2, which is I feel like he's still a lock. Unless because like
No.
earlier this season, he won. Okay, he won Texas, but like Kyle Busch DQ'd. But like if Kyle Busch wasn't there, he was the fastest. And he's not the greatest short track racer. He almost won Bristol, which is like complete opposite of Martinsville, but it's something. Martinsville is an unknown, but I still think like he's not out of the picture.
This is the first time literally anyone in the Xfinity series is going to Martinsville in the Xfinity series.
Yeah.
Like, no one's been there in these cars.
It's
So
a complete
it's
unknown, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the biggest. It's more of a wild card than Dega is.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because
yeah,
you never know who's gonna just Ross Chastain, Noah Gragson.
one of them is gonna go into a turn under someone, and
clear them out, completely clear them out.
Yeah, clear them out, definitely.
Into the outside.
We're gonna see tempers flare. That's what it's.
Definitely.
Yeah, and here are my 2 predictions. I think it'll be. Honestly, I think it'll be Gregson and Chastain just for the memes. 2 most aggressive drivers in the garage.
They're gonna get into each other.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Bro,
imagine
Riley Herbst and Michael in that filing. You were gonna say that. I was thinking of like who could Riley Herbst fight against them? Like Michael and that. Bro, that'd be funny as hell.
Bro, imagine like Joe Gibbs and Junior Motorsports just go at it that race.
Ryan Sieg and Brandon Brown, battle of the team owners.
Bro, cause think like Gregson's got into it with Herbst and Burton this year. Hasn't Annette gotten into it with Herbst this year too?
When did he get into it with Burton?
They literally fought.
Yeah, he literally
They
punched
did?
him.
Yeah, they literally actually fought.
Where was that?
When?
Was that
Kentucky.
Kentucky? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know what you're talking about. I don't know
Or
why I
was
thought
it
it was
the
a
early?
Charlotte
No, it
Roval at
wasn't the
first.
Kansas
No,
race.
it
It
was
was Kentucky. Yeah.
So below the cut line is Justin Haley, who is -2.
Not advancing.
Not advancing.
Ross
It doesn't matter what
Chastain.
kind of luck he
Ross
thinks he's getting.
Chastain, we thought was gonna be like a must win, but
That changed.
he's -12 now, and Ryan Sieg. I'm not leaving out the shot that he could get eliminated. Like a big chance he could get eliminated, but
Wins
like
at Martinsville.
but they have
Oh, the homies hate that.
they have a pretty good mile and a half
Eliminate
program,
Cindric.
and he is a really good short track racer. He's an underrated short track racer, definitely. Sieg. He's -17. He can point his way in, but it's a long shot, especially if like two other playoff drivers get in. I mean, like win the next two races. And then Noah Gragson, him crashing out early killed him a lot. He's -33, must win pretty much. Talking about the Cuppers, Kansas. We're gonna have to go through it. I won't cry.
Stressful or just disappointing?
So we're gonna talk about Cup. Get this over with. We'll rant.
Get this over with.
Do you want to spend a lot of time talking about this freaking ass of a race?
All right, I would just say one thing. I'm gonna let y'all rant, and then I'll play devil's advocate, and then yeah.
You're gonna say the package is good.
Oh, nice one.
No,
Troy.
I'm gonna explain like what I saw, and then just to piss you off, and then
I missed the first stage. I was eating ribs and onion rings.
Nothing happened in the first stage.
Yeah.
So
Trick started at the back and finished 8th, but no one recognizes that because it's not Haley Deegan or Chase Elliott.
Pretty much
Okay, no.
like nothing.
We have to mention about that penalty NASCAR should have given Chase Elliott because that is the most stupid penalty ever. I mean, no, not stupid penalty. That is the most unreasonable thing. Well, I mean, we should have penalized him, but it's after the race, so we can't penalize him.
Yeah.
That is the most stupid thing I've ever heard in any sport. If you're going to penalize someone, you do it during the event. You don't do it after the event unless they were like caught cheating, which they weren't. They weren't cheating. It's the radio had an issue, so NASCAR should have penalized them to fix it. That's just how it is. But NASCAR favors Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott wins stage 1. Denny Hamlin wins stage 2, and then right after, so then we restart stage 3, and Denny Hamlin tags the wall, and is forced to pit, and that pretty much ruins his race.
Because Denny Hamlin choked.
Yeah, he chokes. And
Denny Hamlin chokes. Chris, instead of having that as your background, you should have the picture where Denny Hamlin hit the wall.
Give me like 15 seconds. I got this.
Yeah. So
just to prove a point.
Yeah, so Denny Hamlin gives up a lot of points and probably a race-winning car. He could have won this race, and he didn't. And then fast forward, Kurt Busch had a top 10 day. He was pretty much in a.
He had a top 5 day.
Yeah, he was pretty much in a must-win from the get-go, and he didn't have a race-winning car, but he was gaining points, and he was trying his best. He was getting the most out of his car he possibly could. And sadly, it was towards the end. I think it was like in the middle of stage 3, that the car lost power and he was cycling through stuff, figuring out what's wrong, and eventually the car just blew up, and that ended his day very early, and it sucks. You got to feel bad for him. He's trying so hard with the team that he could only get so much out of, like, of course, like, you gotta like keep like the motivation up, and but clearly he's not close to the level of the other 7 drivers that are in the round of 8.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, like, I'd say easily the worst equipment.
Definitely.
I mean, you're comparing to the top 3 teams in all of NASCAR right now: Joe Gibbs, Hendrick, or top 4, I guess. Joe Gibbs, Hendrick, Stewart Haas, and Penske. And then your little Chip Ganassi. Just praying your driver makes it on home alive.
Yeah. They
Sucks for him.
mainly
I like
need to
Kurt.
win. Yeah.
I think he already knew that he needed to win.
Yeah. But like I like his attitude. Like the new Kurt Busch that we've seen in the recent years, I love it so much because like he's literally just there for fun. He's accomplished
Yeah.
pretty much everything you need to accomplish in the sport, and whatever happens at this point, until the end of his career happens, and he's just here for fun. He doesn't have like a goal, a set like goal anymore. He's won a lot.
Yeah.
There it is.
He's kind of turning into like, he's not turning into Clint Boyer, but he's kind of starting to remind me of Clint Boyer.
I feel
Like not less of the personality, but more of the like, not even not caringness, because he still cares, obviously, but the more, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
I just find the humor in this. I just find
Beautiful.
the humor in this. Oh, it's
His
so good.
own teammate put him into the wall.
Nah, he put
Not even his
himself
own
in the wall.
teammate. He put himself
He
into
put
the
himself
wall.
Yeah, he put
the
himself
wall.
in the wall. That's fine. That's the
Yeah.
good part.
I mean, that's a
Typical
good
Denny
part. You
Hamlin
said he wasn't.
fashion.
You said he was gonna make the championship 4 and not Joe.
Yeah, I said that, but if he misses
You can't
it,
just
I
take
mean,
it back.
if he
Kaden,
misses
you know
it,
what's funny?
Yeah.
I had a William Byron fan on Twitter tell me today that Denny Hamlin has a better shot at the championship than Harvick.
yeah, he said it's Denny's
Harvick's
time to
literally been the
shine.
best by not. It's like so far. Oh my god, Harvick's been
Yeah.
the best by like 200 points by like a whole season, like maybe like 300 points by now.
Yeah,
Non-playoff standings, he's up by 140 points.
yeah, it's crazy. So he
I don't think
could.
there was any time that Hamlin was
Technically,
ahead of.
I think that means he in the real
Besides the
point
500.
standings. I think in the real point standings, he locks it up. If he starts Texas,
I'm pretty sure.
or is it when he starts
No.
Martinsville?
He would need to get like stage points in both
In the
stages.
first 2 stages of Texas.
Yeah,
And then he's locked.
yeah.
Whether Hamlin wins all stages or not.
Whether Hamlin places well and wins. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has it locked.
I
that's
like
just
Hamlin.
Insane to think about, bro.
Yeah. I like Hamlin. I want him to see a win a championship. But each year, my faith goes from here. Start off here in 2019. I'm like, wow, this man's going better than 2018. And then the round of 8 came, and my hope went.
Yeah.
And then 2020 came, and I got better.
I feel
and he just dipped
like
again.
2019 was his years. There's no one better than him. And
Truex.
no, but like winning on like the winning scale on like most of the stuff. He had a career.
Truex
year
won at
on
everything
most
other
things.
than super speedways last year. He won more short tracks. He won. Denny Hamlin didn't win any road courses, did he? No, he didn't.
No.
Truex was arguably better.
But I think 2019 was Denny's year, and I hated how it ended, but I mean that's kind of how it goes.
Like,
And
yeah, even if
in 2020, I feel like he could win, and I think he definitely is one of the better shots, but like it's not his year. He hasn't like owned the year as much as Harvick.
Hang on.
yeah,
What
yeah, Chris.
after what race was it announced? Him and Jordan.
I don't know.
I just want to look at something.
What was it? It was before. I think it was Vegas. It was either Vegas or Bristol.
Okay, because if it was before Bristol,
It wasn't before Bristol. It was
No.
round of 12. I think it was Vegas.
okay. So yeah, looking,
He started going downhill at Vegas. That's when he started going downhill.
he finished third and then won Dega, but he didn't win Dega. Sorry,
He didn't
Yeah.
win
He
finished
Vega.
last
Jones
on
won
that-
Vega.
We're not gonna bring up Vega.
Worse than 2015. Anyway,
2015, I'll give it that because 2015 actually had like really good racing just to finish that NASCAR.
2020 had really good racing too.
and the ending was worse than 2015.
Yeah, but
honestly.
like, but 2015. Okay, I feel like Because
They both
both in
bended
2015
rules.
and 2020, it was NASCAR making up rules last minute and like
Yeah.
being very inconsistent last minute.
I'm getting rid of this fucking background.
Anyways, so is that the only thing to, like, touch on to the finish?
Well, we have to talk about the package. Me and Troy.
Yeah, that's pretty
Not
much
even
the
me
same
and Troy.
thing.
It's
So
just Troy.
the last 35 laps was
The most
Joey
painful race I've
Logano.
ever watched.
Yeah, Joey Logano beat Kevin Harvick off pit road, and this set up for the last 35 laps. And Harvick was clearly, without a doubt, you can't change your mind. You can't change anyone else's mind. It is straight facts that he was faster than Logano, and he couldn't pass him because of the stupid package. And it's like it's artificial racing to the point where like you could draft all you want. It gets to a point where there's a bubble. And once you hit the bubble, you're literally just pushing the car along. And it's not even racing anymore. It's not racing. It's just like mind games. As long as you could run the same line as he is running, entering a turn, you've got him until the entrance to the next turn. That's pretty much it. Because if you block him entering a corner, then he cannot build up a big enough run unless you yourself make a mistake or hit a lap car at the wrong time. He can't generate a big enough run in 30 air to pass you.
Yeah.
And that is what makes the package really bad. And for the past 35 laps, Harvick tried, and you could see they were on his onboard camera for at least like 20 laps. And Harvick was giving it his all. He was trying so hard, but Logano was racing how he's forced to race in these circumstances, how everyone's forced to race in these circumstances. And I hate Logano, but this is how he had the race. And I can't blame him. Because like he's not one to give up wins. No one wants to give up wins. So he was gonna give it his all and block like he's never blocked before. And I hope NASCAR learned something from this, because I don't think we ever had a race that exposed the package, how bad it is, one, and then two, all the hate it got. It got tons of hate, and NASCAR definitely saw this hate. NASCAR saw it. It's just a matter of if they change it. And I get like the like coast through 2021 just for the next gen, but like I hate that idea, because we're losing viewers, and it's just like killing what racing actually is doing this. And we can't, I know it's like less races doing this next year, but we can't do this for another full year. This race has shown us how bad it is. Drivers clearly hate it. Logano was pretty much just like, that's how it's forced to race. And he did not say like anything about like, how do I put this? He didn't say anything about like, I had to drive my butt off or any of that. Like, it was pretty much like a blocking game. And, as long as you're like skilled on plate tracks, or like you know the basics of blocking on an oval, then it was like pretty easy game.
It was quite frankly a guessing game. It wasn't racing. It was Logano would head into the corner running the middle. He would see where Harvick is running, whether he's running the top. He would go up block. He takes his lane away, which creates dirty air. And that's the thing. You can't see dirty air. It's what people would say it's not real, but like not even that it's not real. Like we all know it's there, but you can't see it. You can't see why until you're not not your hardcore NASCAR fan, but let's say you're casual who tunes in every couple races. You know, they're not up to date with like the package and all that. They don't know how these cars work. They tune it in and they're sitting there wondering why this guy who's clearly faster cannot pass this guy, even though he's faster. It's because of the fake package. I was one of the people who actually, throughout most of 2019, I cut it slack. I thought, you know what, maybe this isn't that bad. Take it away from the short tracks and the road courses, and this couldn't be that bad. But as 2020 has gone on, it's kind of just proved this isn't real racing, and it wasn't fun to watch, knowing that the guy in second had a faster car, but he can't do anything about it. And it's not Logano's fault. Logano played that perfect. I mean, it wasn't he couldn't if he messed up, that's not a spot in the final four, you know? So it pains me because every time it happens, it makes me lose that little bit more interest in the sport. You know, it's just not the direction the sport needs to go.
I'm gonna go back to what Troy said about how everyone started freaking out online. We've seen races like this. You know, the package be absolutely terrible. Let's look at Michigan races. You can't pass the leader there at all. You can't pass the leader at Texas. Can't pass it there at all. We've seen it happen before. It's just that this time, it's just that it was Joey Logano who won, who doesn't have a big following on social media, and I think that's why we saw more people freak out this time than other times.
I mean, if it was Chase Elliott leading, no, it wouldn't have been.
No,
it was Chase Elliott.
We wouldn't have a single problem.
We wouldn't be talking about it.
I would still have a problem. I wouldn't even count this. I wouldn't even have a problem. I would have a big problem with it. I would barely count it as a win.
Part of that.
No, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
No, I would have a problem with that because it's a win, but I wouldn't count it as something I'm proud of. I wouldn't be proud of him. If I was a Joe Logano fan, I would have my crack pipe next to me and be like, I'm not proud of him having that. That's not how racing is. He's not.
I'm a Penske fan, and I hated seeing how that race played out. Someone, I forgot, or it was Nick. Nick said in the chat, he was probably like, "Oh, you're just happy that Logano." And I'm like, "No, I'm not happy about it. It was shit. It was shit racing. It wasn't real. I'm not upset, but I'm not happy about it."
And Bowman wasn't even Bowman. I know Bowman. He wasn't a fast car, but Logano got held up. Harvick got held up so much by Logano to the point where Bowman closed in by 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Two of the biggest keys of this package is luck and strategy. And Paul Wolfe and Joey Logano know how to do that almost better than anyone. So
I don't know anyone with equipment like Penske. If Bowman was in the lead, if anyone
I feel like experience real high. Experience came into play, and knowing how to race on a restrictor plate, or not a restrictor plate, super speedway came into play. If you can draft, if you can block good, you've got this win in the bag. I mean, Logano didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I don't like Logano at all. He didn't do anything wrong though.
Logano did something wrong. Had to do. He knew what he had to do, and he went and did it.
If Logano did something wrong, you would be here about it from me. That's how it is. I don't like Logano.
I'm not gonna disagree with being not upset about him winning though, because it's a Penske car in the Final Four. But
it screwed up. It screwed up my Final Four. Truex is out. He has to win now. It's just so. It was one of the first time I was pulling Harvick to win. I knew he couldn't win because of the package, but I was pulling for him because if he pulled for him, if Harvick ended up winning, I think Truex would only be up by 15, and it's just.
I don't even know who I took last week in this. I can't remember who I took.
I think I took Chase Elliott.
I took Bowman. I took Bowman the entire weekend.
I want to say I took Truex for some reason.
You did.
No.
You did. Yeah, you did.
No, because you took Jones. Because we both took
playoff
drivers. I took Blaney. That's what happened.
Yeah, you said Truex would be the best playoff driver, and you said Blaney would win it. Yeah. Blaney had a good day, though. Forgot about it.
I mean, all 3 Penske cars had a great day. It's the first time we've seen Penske cars look
good. Because they know how to draft.
Yeah, it was the first time we've seen them look good since what? Before the pandemic? All 3 of them in one race.
Talladega.
Shoot, before that. Oh, the summer or the spring, whatever Talladega race.
Yeah.
When they were just up front the entire time.
Yeah, where Blaney led like 100 laps, but it still happened to be a great race.
Yeah. Much better than, fall one.
leading 100 laps.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, that
Does
fall.
that wrap up our rant?
I think so.
I don't know. We're about to rant about the playoffs anyways.
That went a lot cleaner than I thought. We did a great job on that.
We all agreed on it though. So
yeah, we all agreed, but like, yeah, it went a lot clearer than I thought. I thought it'd be like a longer, more drawn out, more like depressing kind of thing. But
we
like,
got to a point.
We set our sides and we kind of like went along. So now we can talk about the playoffs. So this locks Joey Logano into the playoffs. And Joey came in 8 points out. And now wait, did he come out?
Yeah.
No, he came in 5 points out.
5 points. Yeah. Because Chase was only 5 above.
Yeah. So Joey wins, which is a big shakeup. So everyone moves down. Kevin Harvick plus 41. He's pretty safe. I don't see him screwing up. It's
who's in third, Troy? Who's in third?
Denny Hamlin.
Only 20 points.
Only 20 points.
Let's go.
He's at the point where like one mistake can derail the entire thing.
And you know when that mistake will come?
Next
Texas.
week. Oh, I'm not even saying Texas. I'm gonna say he's gonna have like a decent race, but then Martinsville, he's gonna choke it hard.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, he had a terrible race there in the spring. I remember he was like one of the first drivers who were like a lap down. He was like 30th.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Denny Hamlin's gonna choke it hard at
Truex was on rails that race. That was kind of disgusting how good he was. It's kind of disgusting how good he is at Martinsville, considering he sucked there every year prior.
Yeah. Literally didn't have a good race until fall 2018. And
no, 2017. 2017, he finished second to Busch.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah. And then Boyer was third. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
one more lap, Truex would have had Busch, but.
Oh yeah, Truex was like neck and neck with him, but Busch had the outside lane. He would just get the run.
And I love that race though. I hate.
Why do you like that race?
I love. It's not even sarcasm. I loved that race, bro. I loved how everything played out in the race. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but I like how it just fell in line. Adding to that, so Brad Keselowski is +8. He's the last driver right now, +8. He's in the same spot as what Chase Elliott was heading into Kansas, where he has to defend. Just add up points and stay in striking distance of and Chase Elliott all day. So Chase Elliott's -8. I feel like Texas he's all right at. Martinsville he's pretty good at, but was kind of like iffy earlier this year in it. So I think he'll either have to have a really good day or lean on Hamlin or Keselowski messing up, because Harvick is just gonna fly by.
Leaning on Hamlin to mess up isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, that's hard. That's not hard to.
I'm not even like scared of that. I'm not even like saying that like, oh, hopefully they mess up or something. Like, I'm like, yeah, Hamlin's probably gonna do something. I'm not even gonna be surprised.
Hamlin's gonna get out of the groove and smack the wall again.
Didn't he do that last year at Texas? No, he didn't smack the wall. I'm pretty sure he just blew a tire and went through the grass. Destroyed his front end of the car.
Yeah. Because anytime Hamlin goes in the grass, his whole front end comes off. But anytime Kyle does, he goes right through, no problem.
Didn't Keselowski also go through the grass? That was a weird race, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that went through the grass.
Yeah, so did Stenhouse. Or he was in the 47. Was it Stenhouse?
Last year would have been Priest in the 47.
I don't know. I swear I saw Stenhouse going to the wall that race.
No, he did with Keselowski.
He might have.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I remember. Yeah, I remember
Harvick
that.
ran that beautiful Ducks paint scheme. Oh my god! I wish I would buy the diecast for that, but it's like
Harvick is like a
$40.
god at Texas.
So he's winning Texas. You
Oh,
know what?
Especially
War
fall
is-
Texas, bro. He's gone.
yeah.
It's like spring
I mean-
Texas. He just like gives it to people, but like
He just
fall
exists.
Texas, he like leads like most of the race. He's gone.
It's not even a
I mean, who
contest.
knows? I mean, Austin Dillon won the Texas earlier this year, so I mean,
Isn't this one at night though?
Mhm.
Isn't the fall one usually at night?
Yeah, fall's at night.
Yeah,
Okay,
it always
Austin
is.
Dillon's not showing up. Anyway,
So sixth in points is Alex
Bowman.
Bowman. Yes. He's minus 27. Everyone from here back is pretty much a must win. Alex
Shut up.
Bowman is minus 27. Martin Truex Jr. is minus 31. Darren must wins. And then without a doubt, 100% Kurt Busch has got to win the next two races if he wants to have a shot at Phoenix. And by have a shot at Phoenix, if he makes the final four, then like, will he even be a contender? Like, I don't remember him having like. I don't even remember him having like anything good happen at Phoenix in recent years.
which
I
one
mean,
are we
it's
talking about here?
Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch.
Yeah, no, I can't remember
Yeah,
him
but
having anything good there.
If no Hendrick
He
card
won there in
makes that Final
2005, but
Four
like that's a
Kurt
long
makes-
time ago.
and Kurt makes it, I feel like Hendrick would put a lot of their work into Kurt, just because.
Yeah, they would probably give him like one of Chase's cards or something.
Yeah.
Or-
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
No,
nice.
I'd see them giving him like the best short track motor they have.
yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I see happening.
Chase Elliott Bristol Spring. Oh no, that car's destroyed because you know what he did.
You
Well,
just
the
yeeted
motor's
it.
still good.
You just yeeted it.
The car's not the best.
Yeah, if there's anyone below the Final Four that can win and get in, I think it's Truex.
I think it's
I-
Truex.
I think
yeah.
Chase is gonna be. Chase can point his way in, but I don't.
Chase is
I
gonna just
don't-
pass Hamlin. So, you know.
I don't. I could see that, but at the end of the day, I could also see Chase Elliott just existing at Texas, still be behind Keselowski, and then at Martinsville again, just existing, like maybe having a top 5 day.
Does that like wrap up everything? Oh,
Yeah.
picks.
Oh,
Who's
predictions.
gonna win?
Who's gonna win?
win?
All right, can we just get that out of the way? It's
Yeah, so Kate
Harvick.
can start. Oh, Harvick? Yeah.
Harvick?
Do we all have Harvick?
I think we all
No.
have Harvick.
Oh, who do you
Who
have?
do you have
Kaden?
winning
I'm
Texas?
going insane. I'm going Keselowski.
Okay.
Oh,
That's not
okay.
I have
you
no-
know what? I can see
you
that.
know,
I know I can see
I
that.
have no evidence to back it up, but I think he'll just be.
He's
I
not
think he'll
bad
just
there.
be.
Mhm.
I just think he'll
He's
be
pretty solid.
not right place, right time. I think he'll just be running top 3 whole race. Do what Logano did.
I mean, Brad's pretty
Basically.
good at Texas, so I don't disagree with you at all there. So
Yeah, I have Harvick winning. So who's gonna struggle?
Hey Chris,
we going
do
back
we
to
have the same
back?
person?
Are we going back to back?
I mean, we could, or do we want to maybe think a little bit harder than just throwing number 11 under the bus?
I kind of want to just throw 11 under the bus.
Or do we want to
bro.
save that for Martinsville when he chokes?
Oh, we'll save that for Martinsville when he chokes.
Okay.
That's already our
Yeah.
picks. All right. All right. Who are you going with?
Do y'all hear that?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Okay. Who's gonna suck? I don't know, bro. Texas. It's not gonna be Harvick. We've narrowed that down. Maybe Bowman.
Oh, interesting.
All right.
He's not good. He's not that good there.
I'm
just
gonna
don't
go. I'm gonna go against everything I've ever known and pick Elliott's gonna struggle. At Texas.
I know he was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I just had a gut.
I don't know
Honestly-
why. I don't know why, but I just don't see Chase being that good this weekend.
I'm gonna say, who's gonna suck? Joey.
Well, yeah, they're gonna start putting all their stuff.
I
towards-
remember he won.
He won Martinsville in 18,
and then he
crashed
crashed
at
at
Phoenix.
Texas. Oh, he crashed at Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't
Honest-
he spin? He spun at Texas, I think.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. Did he?
Something
think
happened
so.
at Texas for him. I'll check it
Something
now.
happened.
Honestly, if I'm one of the guys like Bowman, Truex, or Kurt who really need a win, I would. If I'm Truex, I would I mean, I'm not saying don't try at Texas, but like maybe save all your good
Oh,
stuff
he
until
finished third.
Martinsville
Never mind. He finished third at Texas in 2018.
in 2018.
Yeah.
That's it. That wasn't that the race that Harvick won.
Mm-hmm.
And that he
Harvick
got
won the
DQ'd
last 3 fall races.
2018,
2017, 18,
2019.
19.
Oh yeah, he passed Truex with like 15 to go last year.
I'm
pretty sure I missed it in
sure.
2018 too.
Pretty sure last year was just Harvick being Harvick at Texas.
Yeah, that's Harvick just being Harvick anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, Harvick won. He led 119 laps last year.
Oh my god, man's got talent. Oh my god.
Just a
Wait,
bit.
Suarez finished third. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know.
Suarez got screwed, I remember.
That was the day
Yeah.
Haas was insane. Like I remember Almirola was up front leading laps.
Yeah, Almirola was actually
Dude,
good.
Suarez led 25 laps that race.
Yeah, and they were like legitimate laps, not just strategy laps.
Boyer led 36 laps.
Yeah,
Stuart Haas was insane. Stuart Haas was on crack that day.
Everyone else combined for like 40 laps. The rest of the field combined for like 40 laps.
Oh my god.
Oh no, sorry. Jimmy led 40 laps, so 80 laps. The rest of the field combined for like 80 laps that day.
Didn't Jimmy also wreck that race?
Yeah.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
It's
I remember that now.
Imagine.
I think that's it.
I think we're good.
So I think that finished us off for today. Thank you for tuning in to episode 13 of the NASCAR Hotspot podcast. Make sure you subscribe, like, and follow on Instagram, the NASCAR Hotspot. Again, thank you for listening, and we'll see you after Texas when Denny chokes again.
No, he choked at Martinsville.
Both.
Oh, yeah.
Screw it.